Hello, 3, 2, and 1. We are live. It's always good to see you guys. All right, so today we had a lot of questions on as we're going through and looking at mastering your destiny. And a big part of being able to make those changes are taking some steps. And we're going to go over those today. Before we do, though, I want to introduce myself. My name is Tammy Workman-Lopez. My company is Sparks Hope. And basically, I help entrepreneurs and small business owners being able to take a look at what's stopping them, what's blocking them, whether it's limiting beliefs or negative thinking, perfectionism, just maybe feeling like you're not good enough. Maybe you're just wanting to improve your communication, but you've just got some things in the way. And some of it, you might go, I know what the problem is, but I just can't seem to change it. Well, that's what I'm here for. I actually will help you take a look at the things going on in your life, what's showing up on a more subconscious level that you're not quite aware of, what's showing up on a conscious level that you're totally aware of, but you can't quite figure out how to shift out of it because that part's on a more subconscious level. And as you're doing this work, it helps you to create success in your business, your relationships, and with your own relationship with yourself. And so that's why I do this work, to be able to help you, and why I do it, to be able to help me. I've been doing this work for myself as an entrepreneur. I did this work before then when I was working with at-risk populations like foster care and domestic violence, and then young adults who aged out of foster care and now trying to figure it all out, and young folks who are in college trying to figure out what's their goals, and then moving forward into business owners, taking on their lives. Like, there's so much going on, trying to balance all of that work and that life and relationships and family, and be a lot, right? Even talking about it, thinking about it, you're just like, whoa, take a deep breath. Calm down that nervous system so you can allow yourself to think this stuff through. And we're going to take a look at some different areas. And I share with you an infographic. This infographic is just some pointers. When you and I go into depth on these things, they're going to make a lot more sense. So some of these things are going to help you today, but it's just a little touch of information. You want to get into this on how it's going to help you really individually, because unintentionally, we get caught up in creating excuses for ourselves. Now, we hear that and we might go, no, I don't, right? And then you get kind of defensive, and think about it like a positive. What's the possibility when I say that? What if I am thinking about some areas where I could improve, right? So allowing yourself to face any fears, like, okay, so what if I have some excuses somewhere? Pull out the judgment, pull out the blame. Asking yourself that question from a place of possibility thinking. Well, if there is some excuses somewhere and I can create that change, I can improve my life. Okay, so I'm ready to look at them. And that pulls that fear out of things. That pulls that out of things. Because as we've been growing up and going through life, we are taught, we make a mistake, you get punished. You do something wrong, you get punished. You make an excuse, you get punished. Well, if we have all of that tied to getting in trouble or getting hurt, we're not going to be open to growing. And so as you go through this, you allow yourself to face those fears in a new way, removed of criticism, removed of judgment, removed of pain, and it opens up your mind and curiosity, like a scientist. Like, oh, this is how I do that? Okay, so when I do that, this happens. So you're telling me I could try this and this might happen? All right, let's try that. Bam. Now, the second piece that you allow yourself to take a look at is, what are some areas where I feel like I can't do that? What are some areas when you try to give me advice, I'm just like, that's okay. Those are just areas where you have a hang up. And if you allow yourself to look at that and kind of laugh at yourself instead of taking it so seriously, you won't get stuck in excuses. You won't get stuck in, well, whatever, I do it like this. You're just judging me, right? Or you're just always making me wrong. When we have hangups, we don't realize that our filter is not going to allow in feedback, whether we want it or not. And even if we believe we've allowed it in, people may give us the same response. Well, you haven't changed. And you might go, well, yes, I have. Right? Because we got the hang up. We can't get the feedback. It's just because there's something going on subconsciously. It's not that there's anything wrong with you or that you're broken or that it's bad. It's just when we have something that's like a programming inside of our subconscious mind, we can't just bypass it by ourselves. Your computer cannot reprogram itself when there's a glitch in it. Somebody who understands it needs to come in, catch the coding and clean out that old coding and bring in the new code. The same thing happens within your own being. There might be something that has you blocked, that you don't believe in your own abilities, and it has you just like squander these precious hours and precious time and sometimes precious relationships. You don't mean to do it, but you're stuck in this pattern. That's all it is. It's the code programming, right? Our brains are so cool. We've just done some things to them that we aren't aware of because we did it when we were little, growing up, watching our culture, watching our parents, watching the way things were taught to us. And so that we created a definition of who we are and the way it has to be. And that's under our radar. So if there's something going on that I can't see, I can't figure out how to change it. But when you have somebody who comes in that can go, oh, so we've created a relationship, you've built trust with me, so I'm going to share some things with you that if somebody else shared it with you, you might rip their head off. But because you understand where I'm coming from, you're not going to rip my head off because this is something you say you want to change. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Remove the judgment, remove the shame, remove the guilt, remove any of that. Let's look at this together. You see that right there? Oh, yeah, I see that. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at why. What's going on? What are the emotions coming up? What's the belief around that? What even put that there? Oh, gosh. Well, I know because of this and I know because of that. And gosh, I remember this and this started all the way back there. Now I could think of that. I didn't realize it was tied together. Yep. That's all it is, guys. But we can't do it on our own because it's below our radar. So when someone else can bring it up for us and allow it to be edible, no, this is kind of yummy. I can do this. I can chew on that and think about that. And okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. A lot of stuff is really just so frightening because we developed it and it's created this turmoil and tumultuous experience in our life. So it brings you to a place, relaxation. It brings you to a place of removing judgment and pain, opens up possibility thinking. And then number 3, you can go, holy cow, look at what I've been able to do with all of those blocks and barriers in my way. Whoa. So in that process, you're able to remove the excuses in a kind, nurturing, loving way, but also strong and powerful. It's like, whoa, I can do this. I've had clients say to me on a first, second, third session, how is this so freaking powerful? How is my life changing in just this short period of time when I couldn't get it to change my whole life? Because that programming was blocking you. That's it. Because people don't know how to help clear that up. They've got their own stuff going on. They can't call out your stuff without you calling out their stuff. So we just are like, you buy my stuff, I'll buy your stuff, we're all good. That's kind of the way society works. People just want to feel safe with each other, so they're not going to call out each other's stuff. Plus, they don't know how to do it in a way that's really very supportive. When people have called out each other's stuff in usual ways, it ends up in conflict, it ends up in confrontation, it ends up in not talking to each other or screaming at each other because we just don't know how. So now as you're hearing this and learning this, your conscious mind and subconscious mind is starting to think about things in a different way. So I'd love for you to share with me what's coming up for you as you're thinking about this. As you're like, oh, okay. What are some questions? What are some ahas? Share that with me in the comments, because I do like to come back or rewatch it here actually live at times. I'm actually looking to see if there's any questions. And I'm able to address those questions. We're able to see what's working for you. And we do it on a conscious and subconscious level by taking a look at how is it impacting you. Okay, cool. I don't see questions, so good. Thank you so much for the hearts. I really appreciate that. Please do add hearts. Please do add comments. Please do add questions, because I want to make sure I address that for you. Thank you so much, Maria. She's saying hello, and she gave a heart as well. Beautiful. Okay, so now what I'd like for you to do is, as we're talking about this, I'd like you to go ahead and share this out. Share this out with others so they can see what's possible for themselves. Share this out so they can see that there's a way out of this stuck experience that they're having, a way out of feeling like maybe they're not good enough, or that imposter syndrome, a way out of feeling like I can't communicate the way I want to with my business partner or my clients. I just feel stuck, like I'm not able to get them to the next level that I want to, right? Or you might feel like there's areas where you're just not reaching out to as many clients as you'd like. Or maybe your business is doing great, but it's showing up in your relationships with your husband or wife or kids or parents. And you're just like, why? We only have so much time. I don't want this hurting me or affecting me or shutting me down, right? So go ahead and share this. I'm sharing it now as we speak as well. And the idea in sharing it is helping people to understand that they're not stuck, helping people to understand that there are other options and that they can do this. You can do this. You just haven't been shown the information, right? Like, I'll give an example. This is actually a really good example. Next week, Tuesday, I'm co-hosting with Conrad Graham, and there's a few of us that are going to be sharing with you how to use Chat GPT. Now you might go, what the heck is Chat GPT? It is a mind-blowing new tool that's out there. And when I say tool, I want to be like world-changing tool. You haven't heard about it yet, I'd be surprised, but it just could mean you're super busy. The idea is that this tool, you can search questions and it'll give you all the answers you need. You want to search how to write a webinar? It tells you how. You want to search the topics of that webinar? It gives them to you. You want to get the points for that webinar? It writes them for you. Now, that's just an example. Let's say you're somebody who you want to create content for your business. It's going to help you write that content so you don't have to pay however much thousands of dollars that you're paying. Or you might go, no, I don't want to do that. I'll let my content writer do that. But now they have this other tool, so maybe the price is going to change. So there's just different things going on, and that's just a couple things, right? There's a legal one that helps to write legal contracts, and there's just so much going on, and people are just like, oh, what's going to happen with this? It's also showing up in colleges because the teachers are going, oh my gosh, this is going to write papers for our kids. Do you see how powerful that is? So on Tuesday, by the way, you can look in my post. I'm going to be announcing it this week. We are going to be offering, what do you do next? How is this going to affect me? And so we're able to take a look at what are the pros and what are the cons and what can you do with it? How can you use it to help you? But also, what are the steps that you need to do moving forward with your business and maybe where people might be using it? And so it allows you to take a look and look at these things without fear, removing that fear, removing those issues. The same thing happens as you're able to do it with your life. Do it with this process. You could think of me like your Chat GPT to help you to learn how to communicate, give you the tools of what to say and what to do. You don't have to know how to do it yourself right now, because I'm going to teach you. The cool thing that's different about, just some tools, I'm going to role play it with you. You're going to give me specific examples and I'm going to show you how. If you're showing up with excuses in your life, you'll be able to share them with me without judgment. I've gone through this work my whole life. I'm 46 now, and I have been doing this work myself since actually I aged out of foster care at 15. Sorry, I moved into foster care at 15. I aged out of foster care at 21. But I share that with you because this is work that I did. So why on earth would I judge anybody? I have no judgment about it, right? We all go through our stuff. We all have our falls. I have fallen on my face for everything, which is why I had to do this work, because I thought that meant I was There's so many things, right? I thought it meant I was terrible. I thought it meant I was not good enough. And when I was younger, I thought it meant that I didn't deserve to live. I mean, it was bad. And I share that with you not to be like, oh man, but I share it with you to be like, I can do it and so can you. I've learned the tools in every core of my being, and I can share them with you. So you're able to practice it in your life, in your business, in your relationships, in your health, in every way possible. So you can find the results that you want. So you don't have any more excuses in your life. Embracing that success. You've got this, guys. And if you don't feel like you believe in yourself right now, see it through my eyes, because I believe in you. And you might say, well, you don't know me. I believe in every single person that wants it for themselves and willing to do the work. That just gives me chills and just fills my heart as I say it to you. That's how much I mean it, right? Okay, number 4, you're going to stop compromising and giving your power away. And you might be like, well, I don't do that. Let's take a look. Where might be some places that you do that? Where might you decide, I'm so busy, I can't take on that dream. I can't take on that goal. I've got too much going on. I'm a mom. I can't do that right now. And you might just find those dreams are dwindling away. You're just losing time. You might find that your business isn't doing as well as it could be doing because there's some areas that you could improve, but you're just not able to because fill in the blank. Those are all places where you're compromising. You might find that you're giving all of yourself to your family or your business and you've got nothing left for you. And that's just the way it is. That's not the way it has to be. You are not meant to sacrifice your life to give it to other people. You are meant to overflow into your life, allowing that powerful love of what was meant to be for you. You are an amazing creation, made to allow love to be poured into you, power, strength. So you are overflowing out into others. But that's not the way we've been taught, and that's not the way we've been programmed, and so that's not the way we practice. And is that your fault? No. Is it your responsibility to change it and not have these excuses? Yes. And is it your responsibility to ask for help, even if you feel like your pride is too big? Yes. Is it your responsibility to invest in yourself, even when you say, I don't have enough? Yes. If you think that your TV bill or your car payment is more important than you, that's where you want to start doing the work. Give yourself an opportunity to make your health, your wellness, invest into yourself. You need that. And I'm not saying that because I want you to work with me. I'm saying that because I want you to work on you. Whether you work with me or you go to work with somebody else, do the work for you. This is your journey. This is what you're here for. Don't put off another day. You don't want to be sitting in excuses. And you don't want to be sitting in the anger when somebody says you're making excuses. No, I'm not making excuses. What's having you react like that? Something's going on. Maybe your relationship with that person is what you want to work on, right? Things talk to us. Things tell us. Everything is guiding us. Allow yourself to get that guidance, whatever it is that you need, so you're no longer stuck. You remove any excuses. You are living the life that you dream and that you desire, or you're taking on everything that you need to get there, right? Stuff takes time. We got to grow. I'm still growing. I'm still developing. I've had a lot of stuff to get through. Terror. Talk about fear. Terror with mine, right? Okay, last point, number 5. You're going to focus on your dreams and your passion. And I was just talking about that a little bit. As you're focusing on your dreams and your passion, instead of how do I do this without whatever pain it is? How do I do this without failing? How do I do this without hurting my family? How do I do? We're shifting instead. How do I do this to create passion in my life and have my family with me doing that? How do I do this to be filled with joy and abundance? And it just fills you up from passion, from desire versus from fear and angst. You can do it. Remove any excuses. And instead, you might hear responsibility as blame. Shift that and going, how can I own in my life all the ways to take it on that feel good? How can I own in my life to help my relationships improve? Understanding that other people have a choice, but that your actions, your decisions, your responses can change the pattern of everything. So if somebody's talking to me and I'm like defensive, reacting, why are you talking to me like that? Why did you say that? Why are you even asking that question? I don't understand. I feel like you're attacking me. Will cause one experience. Another experience is, oh, I hear how you're feeling. Huh. Let me think about that. Because it's actually causing some reaction and I need to handle my own reaction first. So then I could think about what you're asking. Do you see the difference that's going to create? And that's just one example. A lot of it is there's things going on in your own thinking about yourself and how you're responding. And that has to get worked out within you. Then we can respond differently out there. So take this on, know that you're worth it, and know that you're loved. All right, you guys, you take care of you. And there's going to be an infographic on this. So if it's something that you're interested in, what's an infographic? It's a display with the points and the information so you can look at it later, because the subconscious mind likes colors and pictures and it can remember better that way. And so as you're looking at those points, it's going to remind you of everything I shared with you, but it'll remind you quickly, right? So this took us a little bit of time. That'll just be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Because the subconscious mind has those points already. Because the mind is so powerful. So if you'd like that infographic, just type in the comments, ready for responsibility, and you'll get that infographic. You guys take care of you. Bring it in. Big squishy hugs. Ciao for now. And happy February, month of love. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye.